Hi everyone. Today I'll be making beef teriyaki strips. What all goes into the beef teriyaki strips? 1 pound ground beef, 90% or higher, and this is 93%. 3 tablespoons sweetener, your preference. I'm just going to use regular sugar. 1 teaspoon salt, sea salt's preferred. I have the iodized sea salt. 1 teaspoon ground black pepper. 2 teaspoons garlic powder. 2 tablespoons soy sauce, low sodium preferred. Unfortunately, mine's not low sodium. I thought it was. 1 tablespoon Worcestershire sauce. And 1 teaspoon liquid smoke. So let's begin. Take a small bowl. Mix all the dry ingredients together. 3 tablespoons of sweetener of your choice. I'm just using regular sugar because I don't have any other sweetener. The 1 teaspoon of salt, and I decided to do about a half of a teaspoon since my soy sauce is not low sodium. I don't want them too salty. Maybe I shouldn't have used any salt at all. I don't know, but at least I'm using less. The 1 teaspoon of black pepper and the 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and mix that until combined. When I made some beef sticks for my dog a while back, Dave thought he would want to have some of human beef sticks. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to make this. Another reason was because we're going to South Dakota to see my kids, and I wanted to make some for them as well. Set that aside. In another small bowl, dump in your wet ingredients. 2 tablespoons of the soy sauce, low sodium, which mine isn't. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and 1 teaspoon of liquid smoke. And mix that until thoroughly combined. And set that aside. Take a large bowl, put in your 1 pound of ground beef, 90% lean or higher, and then half of your dry seasoning, and mix that together. I have clean hands, took off my jewelry, and I'm just going to mix this. And then add 1/2 of your liquid ingredients. And mix that thoroughly. You can use a spoon since there is some liquids in here, but I find just like with meatloaf, you can get a feel for the meat a lot better, get it mixed up better. Then add the rest of your dry seasoning and the rest of your liquid ingredients, and mix that completely. And set that aside. Preheat the oven to 300. So you will need a jerky gun for this. Makes it easy because if you did it without a jerky gun, the thickness would not be even and they would not all cook at the same time evenly. I have the strip nozzle. I'm going to take it apart. The meat will go in there, and then I will push it down with the plunger thing. I haven't done this since I've done Buddy's Treats, so I hope I remember how to do it. So you take your meat and put it in the tube. Now, I don't know how much this is going to make. I may tomorrow or the next day make a second batch. That's all there is. I don't know if you can see it or not. And I'm going to push it down. Now I'll probably make a second batch, but this takes so long to cook that I'm not going to do a second one today. And then just push that down. It's below where my plunger would reach anyway. So in order to get it to fit into the tube, we need to push down on this silver thing and pull it all the way back. And then tighten it on the tube. Okay, so it is on there. As you push the trigger and go forward, the plunger will push forward and until it gets all of the meat out. And pumping it up. And I had that trouble with Buddies too. It doesn't like to release. And you can make longer ones if you want to by releasing the trigger and then squeezing it again. You can use a knife to release it. I just use my finger. Finish that and I'll be right back. So I managed to get 18 of them, some longer, some shorter. This was my last one. That was all that came out. But they're all the same thickness, so they'll all cook the same amount of time. As you can tell, we do have the rack for the drippings. It'll drip down into the aluminum foil on a baking sheet. Saves your oven. Bake them at 300 degrees for 10 minutes. This is crucial to preserve the bacteria growth. So you don't want your bacteria on your beef strips. And then after that, we'll lower the temperature. So let's cook this at 300 degrees for 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes at 300 degrees, open up your oven door to let any moisture escape. Then reduce your temperature to 170 and let it cook for 2.5 hours with the door slightly ajar. And that's the only place where it stops. So that's where it's going to be for the next 2.5 hours. So after 2.5 hours, the beef teriyaki strips came out of the oven. They're not going to be as hard as, of course, like jerky. I should have sprayed that. But as you can see, these actually look better than the ones I made for Buddy. I'm going to let them cool for just a couple of minutes. Then I'm going to actually vacuum seal them so they will stay fresher longer. You can leave them at room temperature in an airtight container for up to 2 weeks. Or you can put them in the refrigerator in an airtight container for 4 to 6 weeks. And I figure with the vacuum sealing, it'll last a little bit longer. Teriyaki beef strips.
It's pretty good.
Are they better than the dog jerky thingies that?
Well, I like the teriyaki. The other ones were kind of plain. Were good, but they were plain. I like these.
Recipe deals for easy meals. Please like, subscribe, and share. This is Cooking with Sherry. Until we meet again.